That's better. Hey guys, welcome back to Endeavor. Just looking at some kind of takedowns and then kind of rolling them into different positions, stuff like that. So one that I really enjoy doing, in our self-defense program, we play a lot of 2-on-1, Russian arm positions, things like that. So as we get into it, this is a position that we feel pretty confident and pretty comfortable with when we go. So from a jits perspective, if I find myself out in this outside 2-on-1, based off what he's giving me, I can set up a relatively easy valley drop from here. So what I'm gonna do with my valley drop, once I have my 2-on-1, I'm gonna run my hips in. That's one of the big kind of key components of this. I'm not just sticking my leg out and hoping that he falls. I want him to take my weight. I want him to actually have to support my weight. So as I go in, I'm gonna reach my outside arm around his back to control his hip. I'm gonna run my hips in super tight to him so he's supporting my weight. And then I'm gonna stick that leg straight out to hit my valley drop. So I go in, big heavy hit, we go, we fall straight back, right? So relatively simple, relatively easy setup. I'm in my 2-on-1, heavy head control. He's giving me that pulling energy. If he was pushing into me, I'd be looking for other things. The shovel finish, snapping down, moving on to different positions, maybe even just taking his back, whatever. So he's giving me that pulling energy. I feel that pulling energy, or at least feel the opportunity to utilize that pulling energy. I reach around the back to control the hip. As I step in, I sit through, straight leg, ooh, take the hip, okay? Now, one way that I like to kind of add on to that, do it really well in gi, but it's also relatively effective in no gi, is using that momentum of the fall to set up some type of an Ashi position. So as we go into it, I run my hips in, I make that, and I'm gonna catch this leg on the way down. And you see me already kind of doing it with just the takedown. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that to pull me to enter into some type of a leg position. So I go into it, I run my hips, boom, hit it, I'm holding, okay? Now from here, I'm gonna use the momentum, right, and this pressure to kind of rotate myself about 90 degrees so that I can feed my weight in. And this is my first stop. Okay, foot coming up into the hip. Then I use the pull of the leg and the push of this to rotate myself through into my Ashi positions from here. And again, I can play whatever I want. So I can bring this leg full across, knees in. I can start working the heel hooks. I can pass the leg, start working here. I can start playing all the other positions as I go. But that stopping at the far side thigh, at least for me and in my experience, has been kind of like the big kicker on that. As we go into it, I run the hips, boom, here, this is my stop. Here, bah. Now I pull, bring myself in, good control of the leg, and I can attack however I want to, right? We all know the best attack, it's gonna be toe holds, right? But whatever you guys wanna do from there. So play around with that one, have a little bit of fun. I've had a lot of success with that one, both gi and no gi. So fun little easy setup for that. See you guys next time.